to News Plus on Viewer Television. My name is Patient Sidi. The federal government, through the Accountant General of the Federation, Oluwatoyin Maiden, noted that there won't be a delay in the payment of July 2023 salaries for civil servants. Maiden made this known during an interactive session with journalists in Abuja. Recall that there were delays in the payment of May and June 2023 salaries. Clarifying the situation, Maiden noted that the delay in the May and June 2023 salaries was due to some bottlenecks beyond the control of the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. She, however, noted that modalities had been put in place to ensure that salaries were paid and when due. Also speaking at the dialogue, the head of civil service of the Federation, Folashade Yemi, she noted that workers will smile soon. Yemi made the comment following questions surrounding palliatives to cushion the effect of fuel subsidy removal on civil servants. No fewer than 65 civil servants on the third cadre are currently jostling to the appointment principles of some of the nation's unity schools. The process of selection commenced July 25, 2023 in Abuja. Nigeria's 110 unity schools, including special schools for the gifted, spread across the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. According to a memo, the candidates will undergo a two-stage selection process comprising a computer-based test and an oral interview stage. On the list attached to the memo, a total of 65 candidates who were shortlisted will jostle for the available space. The memo noted that the oral interview will be held between July 27 and 28, 2023. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, will meet with President Bola Tinubu as part of efforts to avert the planned industrial action by the Nigeria Association of Resident Doctors. Abbas noted that his meeting with the President will be to imitate him or to intimate him of the pending issues raised by NERD and appeal to the President on how to resolve them. At a meeting with the national leadership of NARD on Monday in his office in Abuja, the Speaker also announced the setting up of an ad hoc committee to be chaired by the House Leader, Professor Julius Inobere, which will be met with all the stakeholders to address the issues. The ad hoc panel has the immediate past chairman of the 9th House Committee on Healthcare Service, Tenko Sununu, All Progressive Congress Kebbi, as the deputy chairman or medical practitioner in the House, will be co-opted into an ad hoc committee housemate. The Speaker directed the ad hoc committee to swing into action immediately. The operatives of the Department of State Service has rearrested suspended Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria CBN, Godwin Emefiele, after a tussle with officials of the Nigeria Correctional Service. Emefiele's rearrest occurred on the premises of a federal high court in Lagos, sitting in Ikoyi, after Justice Nicholas Uwebo admitted the embattled and suspended Apex Bank chief to bail in the sum of 20 million naira. The judge also ordered that Emefiele be remanded at the Correctional Center pending the fulfillment of the bail condition. Shortly after the ruling, DSS operatives strategically positioned their hillocks picked up van used in bringing Emefiele to court in a manner suggesting that they wanted to take him back to their detention center. However, when the prison officials moved to take Emefiele into custody pending the fulfillment of his bail condition, the secret police challenged them and it led to a fight. Amid the clash, Emefiele's lawyer reluctantly allowed the DSS to disobey court order and take custody of their client to avoid a gun battle. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, has met with the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and All Progressive Congress (APC), Labour Party, and other political parties to review the 2023 general elections. Yakubu, while addressing the National Commissioner of INEC and leaders of the political parties at the Commissioner's headquarters in Abuja, said they're engaging with stakeholders in the best way to ensure credible elections in Nigeria in the future. Tuesday Affairs, which is the first public meeting to be held by the electoral umpire with leaders of political parties, was attended by the acting chairman of the APC PDP and as well as chieftains of other political parties, led by the chairman of Inter-Party Advisory Council, Yabagi Sani. The presidential election is still being challenged in court as the likes of PDP, flag bearer Atiku Abubakar and Labour Party candidate Peter Obi are contesting the victory of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ahead of the awaiting delivery of judgment by the Presidential Elections Petition Tribunal. The PDP last week expressed confidence in the ability of the judiciary to deliver a fair judgment that were acceptable to the parties concerned. It's time for a break, and when we come back, News Plus continues. Do stay with us.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm at the Envoy Hotel, Diplomatic Drive 305, here for a business weekend. It's been an amazing stay. Conference hall and business facilities here are stylish and innovative. The Envoy Hotel is luxury, esoteric, opulence, for ultimate comfort.
Discerning travelers, we are more than just a place to stay. We are an icon of comfort, style, and thoughtful luxury. We are Envoy Hotel.
Welcome back from the break. If you're just joining us, this is News Plus on Viewer Television. Now, the Borno State Police Command has arrested 10 suspected for killing a constable attached to patrol team in Gonduga, LG. The suspected were among 78 suspected paraded by the command for various offenses. Correspondent Beatrice Curtsy has more.
The recent arrests of suspects were made in the space of 2 months after a number of patrol raids to prevent crime and criminality in Maiduguri metropolis. The joint raids were carried out in 14 areas within the capital city, and 78 suspects were arrested for crimes and offenses ranging from culpable homicide, theft, phone snatching, impersonation, and drug peddling, amongst others. The Commissioner of Police, Yusufu Mohammed Lawal, said the 10 suspects were involved in the killing of a constable after being stabbed by some hoodlums at Artillery area. He said the case has been referred to the State Criminal Investigation Department for further investigation and prosecution.
On receipt of the distress, police patrol team responded. The victim was rescued and taken to specialist hospital for treatment. However, on arrival, he was certified dead by a medical doctor. Police undercover operatives recovered a video clip which was recorded by a good Samaritan during the incident. This led to the arrest of the following suspects.
The police, during its operations, recovered exhibits like machetes, knives, axes, while some suspects were found with Indian hemp and tramadol. Some female suspects who were involved in food provision theft blamed hunger and economic situation for their act. We stole foodstuffs from a shop in Bolori. We went there pretending to shop. Then we took spaghetti and oil. We are hungry, that's why we stole them. We have nothing to feed ourselves. My husband is not around. He traveled. I'm not happy with what I did.
Farkon gumin da ni ne aka fara farkon fadan. Ba ni na fara dukan shi ba.
At first, I was sitting down on my own. The policeman held my shirt, accusing me of owing him 200 naira. I said I am not the one. He told me to kneel down, which I did. He fired 3 shots in the air, and then a lady from behind started quarreling with him. He fired more shots again. That was how fight broke out, and I stood up and ran away. The police command is yet to conclude investigations of the latest cases. When that is done, then the suspects will be taken to a court of law. Vitros Kuruti, Viewer Television News, Maiduguri.
The Taraba State Governor Dr. Abu Kefes has urged government functionaries in various positions to strive to uphold the value of accountability and good governance. The governor stated this while declaring open a 3-day induction retreat for top government office holders in Taraba State. And now let's check the report.
Declaring the 3-day induction retreat for commissioners, members of the State House of Assembly, High Court judges, permanent secretaries, and heads of boards and parastatals taking place in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, the Taraba State Governor, Abu Kefa, said the induction workshop is designed to equip the participants with the necessary knowledge, insight, and tools to excel in their jobs. He said as representatives of the people and key stakeholders, the participants all have a pivotal role in ensuring the future of Taraba State. He urged them to rise to the occasion and serve their people with dedication and integrity.
The trust placed in you by the people, the sport and honor, and the responsibility. I have no doubt that you will rise to the occasion and serve our people with utmost dedication and integrity.
Aguke first told the government functionaries from Taraba State to accord priority to the welfare of the people and also be accessible to them. According to the governor, Taraba State is blessed with abundance of human and natural resources, and office holders must inspire citizens to reach their full potentials.
Taraba State is blessed with abundant resources, both natural and human. However, we also face numerous challenges that demand innovative solutions and collective efforts.
Here, the secretary to the government of Taraba State, Barrister Gibbon Timothy Katabs, in his address of welcome said the induction retreat portrayed Taraba State Governor as a pragmatic leader. He said the retreat will afford the participants to understand their responsibilities and the demands of their various offices. The SJ said that the state government is going to put in place a performance indicator to measure and check the performance of office holders to ensure productivity.
The objectives set out for it. These include, but not limited to, enabling participants to fully understand their roles and responsibilities in the state governance process, equipping the newly appointed cabinet members as well as other participants with basic skills and knowledge needed to lead and engender public service delivery in Taraba State within the framework of the government's priority agenda.
Some of the participants at the retreat spoke on its importance to the electorate. Various resource persons took turns delivering papers at the retreat. The induction retreat is taking place at the Nigerian Army Resource Center in Abuja. Linda Guana, VOA TV News, Jalingo.
The Nigerian Army Inter-Formations Combat Sport and Swimming Championship 2023 has kicked off in Kaduna State, with a total of 8 Nigerian Army divisions comprising 7 officers and men from each division across Nigeria will be compete in a high-tense combat sports championship for 1 week. Speaking at the event, the Commander Infantry Corps, Nigerian Army Major General Olufemi Olulede, who represented the Chief of Army Staff, says the competition is aimed at enhancing the operational readiness of troops towards achieving the objectives of the Nigerian Army.
As we all know, physical fitness is one of the key areas of capacity building in any army. Hence, I consider it imperative to ensure the promotion of physical fitness of all Nigerian Army personnel. This informed the careful articulation of my command philosophy, which is to transform the Nigerian Army into a well-trained, equipped, and highly motivated force towards achieving a constitutional responsibility within a joint environment.
It is pertinent to say that the efforts and investments that have been put into organizing this championship is a clear indication of the premium the Chief of Army Staff, Major General T.A. Lagbaja, Nigerian Army Medal, places on ensuring the operational readiness of the Nigerian Army under a competitive sporting atmosphere, and also to work at imbuing personnel with the requisite competence towards achieving the specific objective of the 2023 training year.
A gold medalist in the 4x100 meter race of the Region 2 African Championship, Temitope Olusesan, has called on parents, guardians, and the public to imbibe the culture of encouraging athletes striving to achieve top goals in the world of sports. News correspondent Mika Monday, who had an exclusive interview with both athletes over the weekend, files in this report.
Temitope, who's also a gold medalist in her prime, expressed feelings as regards the impact of encouraging or discouraging upcoming athletes.
Well, they have been discouraging me. They have not been helping me through my athletics. They always tell me I'm too muscly, that athletics is only for boys and the rest. My dream is to be a professional athlete and also a lawyer. I want to fight for people.
I just believe we are all in different lanes and we are all we're all looking for different things, and so that's why even though my friends talk to me like, oh, you get so muscular, I'll be like, because this is what I want to do, so no matter what, I'm going to face it. And then my parents at first were not in support, but along the way they got to like the sport, and then they are in full time supporting me now. During my heat, placing second in national competition, I was so blessed because me and my coach have worked so hard for these nationals. And then I got to the finals. Then I ran a very fantastic time, very fantastic time. That was my PB. And then my coach spoke to me, okay, let's go to the 10,000 meters. We're going to shut down this season. I was not like, okay. And I believed in my coach that I can do it because I've not done it before. So I went for the 10,000 meters. And then I won the 10,000 meters, came out good, first position for the 10,000 meters.
The need to nurture young ones who are interested in sporting activities was also emphasized.
Sport is a win-win thing. So I want to encourage all parents, release your child, release your children, release your word for sporting activity because you will be a lucky mother. In taking it, for instance, a child who does sport in the primary will suddenly take him to the secondary. And when the time your child gets into university, the child will be competing, will be training, and will be schooling. That child will not have free time for unnecessary or antisocial activities.
In Kaduna State, the Coach Felix Academic and Sports Foundation has made it able for young ones to achieve their goal.
The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has said the artificial ripening of fruit using calcium combine damage vital organs of the body when taken. Artificial ripening is the process by which ripening is controlled often by chemical agents to achieve desired characteristics intended for better consumer acceptance and improved sales. It is generally done for climateric fruits such as mango, papaya, and banana to achieve faster and uniform ripening characteristics. Director General NAFDAC Professor Christiana Adeyeye warned that the consumption of artificial fruit causes cancer, heart and kidney failure that can lead to sudden death. Adeyeye gave the warning at the flag off of the Northwest Zonal Sensitization Workshop on the dangers of drugs, hawking and ripening of fruits with calcium carbide organized by the Agency for the Association of Nigerian Health Journalists Health in Kaduna. She added that the agency has deployed a multifaceted approach to tackle the menace.
In this 21st century, where all the information we need is now in the palm of our hands. News from around the world, entertainment, celebrity gossip, sports, and much more. The only thing that you need is the right source. Viewer TV is now on the go. Simply check us out on our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter for all the information you need.
And now on the international scene, a top envoy to Sudan's parliamentary rapid support forces has said it was time for Faiz Yusuf Azad made his remarks in Togo, where he has been attending talks aimed at preventing Sudan's Darfur region from sliding deeper into war. Azad added his side will participate in any kind of meeting for peace and bringing people together and stop the war in Darfur and in Sudan. On the front line, fighting showed no sign of abating on Monday. Meanwhile, a representative from a key Darfur rebel function attending the Lomé talks welcomed the creation of roadmap. Veteran Kenya opposition leader Raila Odinga has denounced unprecedented police violence during the anti-government and anti-expanse protests that have been taking place in the East African country in recent months. Since March, the opposition coalition Azimio has organized 9 days of action against the policy of President William Ruto, sometimes resulting in looting and clashes with the police. According to Azimio, at least 50 people have been killed since March, some 20 according to officials' figures. According to him, the violence was particularly aimed at the Lus, the ethnic group from which he hails. U.S. President Joe Biden is set to designate a new national monument on Tuesday, memorializing the horrific 1950s lynching of Emmett Till, with the White House framing the symbolic act as part of fight against resurgent racism. The monument, encompassing several locations, will honor the 14-year-old black boy who was tortured and murdered by white men in 1955 after he allegedly whistled at a white shopkeeper's wife in Mississippi. The memorial proclamation will be unveiled by Biden in the honored India Treaty Room at the White House, with the last surviving witness to Till fatal abduction in attendance. Willa Packer, a pastor now in his 80s, was Till's best friend and cousin when aged 16 he witnessed him to be taken away to his death. The White House said Packer will be joined by about 60 other guests, including Till family members. Civil rights leaders and senior government officials signed on the 82nd anniversary of Till's birth. Biden's proclamation will preserve 3 historic sites in Illinois and Mississippi. Israeli troops killed 3 Palestinians in the occupied West Bank, the Palestinian Health Ministry said, the latest deaths in a surge of violence in the territory since early last year. The Israeli army said 3 armed terrorists had opened fire on its soldiers from a vehicle in Nablus neighborhood, and the troops fired back to neutralize them. The soldiers recovered 3 M16 rifles, a gun cartridge, and other military equipment, the army said in a statement. Palestinian military group Hamas said the 3 were members of its Azadine al-Qassam Brigade's armed wing. The Palestinian president spokesman Nabil Abu Rudaneh said the killing of the 3 men amounted to a war crime. And that's all our news plus. My name is Patient City. Many thanks for watching. Please stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our programs.